Hey everyone, how's it going? Geek here, and today we're talking about the CW Flash game again. That's right, I'm back with another awesome weekly update video for you guys. In today's video, I'll be touching on what's been changing with my upload schedule, talking about everything I've been working on for the Flash fan game, filling you guys in on what's to come for the fan project, briefly talking about the superhero project as seen in my last video, and addressing more fan questions and requests. Guys, we have a ton to cover in this video, so let's not waste any more time and jump right in. Before we get started though, be sure to smash that sub button down below if you haven't already. It seriously helps out the channel and keeps me coming back each week to update you guys on your favorite Flash fan game. So be sure to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Alright, let's get into it. As always, you guys can check out the time codes in the video description if you want to jump around. Starting off, let's talk about my upload schedule and how it's been changing recently. Honestly, the changes can be interpreted as either good or bad news, so really just stick with me as I explain everything, and hopefully a majority of people will be on board with the changes that have to happen. So as everyone already knows, my work schedule was kinda busted. I had random days each week, with my hours being kinda hectic at times. Thankfully, I managed to get a promotion of sorts with the added perk of adding consistency to my schedule. Now I work a 7-day rotation from Wednesday to Wednesday. Once my 7 days are done, I have an off rotation where I'm off work until the following Wednesday to start my 7 days on all over again. This is great because now I'm entirely off work every other week, making it easy to actually have a personal life again. This means I can work on the Flash fan game, upload videos, and actually relax from time to time so I don't get burnt out. The problem though is that with an entire 7-day rotation of mostly 11 and 12-hour shifts, I'm not up for anything during my rotation at work. I literally come home, sleep, eat, then head right back out to work. So while I'm able to easily make videos and work on my projects on my off rotation, that's not necessarily the case for my on rotation. So my new upload schedule is planned to be 2 uploads every other week. A game update video on Mondays, Sundays for my Patreon members, and a non-specific video either Tuesday or Wednesday morning like how I did last week. That way I can make sure there's plenty of content on my channel despite my new work schedule. I hope you guys can understand, I'd upload every day if I could, but I do have to go to work, so some changes had to be made. Moving on though, let's talk about the CW Flash fan game. I'm super excited to let you guys know that my brother is not dead and is done with his rewrites for the game's story, the beginning of it at least. With that, I can start working on implementing a lot of my work into a dedicated build for Beta 2 and get it ready for release. So while that's exciting, it means I have a ton of work to do getting the game ready for another launch. The biggest thing I need to focus on though are the environments. You've all seen the videos. Central City and Gotham City are huge, and while it was great procedural generation could handle a majority of the work, I do have to go in and manually adjust a ton of buildings that were either not placed correctly or are rotated the wrong way. That may not seem like a big deal, but remember that there are close to 500 buildings littered throughout just one of these cities, so it's going to take some effort making sure the cities look good. With that being said, I can't have my eyes on everything. I'm one talking skull, and this is a massive project. With all the buildings, streets, twists, and turns, I'll need an extra set of eyes combing through the sections of the in-game environments to let me know if there are any other glitches or issues with any of the buildings and landscape. So with that in mind, I can't think of anyone better to playtest the sections of the environment for me than my Patreon members. Within the next 2 weeks or so, my Patreon members will be given access to a closed build test where you'll be dropped into the environment to run around and do some quality assurance. You'll run at buildings, over buildings, around buildings, just keep in mind buildings are generally involved, and then eventually report back any issues you may run into. I'm looking for things like buildings overlapping, missing collisions on roads, something that was accidentally left facing the wrong way, or something as bad as the game just not opening properly. My Patreon members will essentially be my eyes and ears inside this Beta 1.5 to ensure any problems I missed in my testing are noticed and corrected before Beta 2 officially releases to the public. This is good because with the additional testing, I can ensure my game is as stable as possible to hopefully make the bug report channel on Discord obsolete moving forward. So to my patrons, I'll be making a post on Patreon within the next 2 weeks or so with a download link and a basic outline of anything to look for. After a test period of about 1 week, you guys can contact me either through email or Discord and report any issues you ran into or give me the green light that everything tested fine. I look forward to working with you guys and appreciate any insight you can provide on the game. Okay, with that exciting news bomb dropped, let's move on to talking about the other project that got people pretty hyped. If you haven't seen my video last week where I accidentally created a superhero game overnight, then go check it out right now. Seriously, it was an awesome video about an awesome demo project I made. Not only was it a cool video though, the fan response was honestly better than I expected. It was my first non-Flash related video to ever break 1,000 views, which is amazing. So when you guys insisted I should keep working on it and turn it into a full game, you know I just had to do it. The game is going to be based in a fictional city, with it planned to be open world like the Flash game, but on a smaller scale. The beauty of this game though is that it can be a second chance for any fan requests that didn't make it into the Flash game. Any original characters, mission ideas, and more can all potentially see a revival in this new game. So definitely make sure you revisit any suggestions you had for the Flash game that hadn't been implemented. There's a better chance they can get worked into this game. So, what can you expect to see from the superhero game as I work on it? Well, first off, prepare for development to move a bit slower since the majority of my attention will be on the Flash game, at least for the time being. I do plan on occasionally releasing an update video from time to time showcasing how the game is developing and outlining my current plans for the game. Will the game get an official beta release like the Flash game? Most likely not, since the game is entirely an original concept, one that can find its way into Steam's library or see a cross-platform release. I won't be releasing any beta versions like I am for the Flash game. I want to keep a lot of things secret about the story and characters so that when the game releases, it can be a fun, full experience for anyone who wants to play. That unfortunately means no beta versions, no major insights into it prior to any official trailer or something, just update videos that outline gameplay mechanics and functionality for customization. I really hope people are excited for the game though, because I have a ton planned for it. For one, I can do whatever I want with it since it's entirely an original concept. No worries about copyrights or anything. I also want to work out networking for this game, giving people the option to play online in a fully populated city surrounded by other players. I think a game like this could really benefit from it, if for no other reason than to interact with other players to stop crimes together. That would be awesome, teaming up with other people to make your own superhero teams or something. The game has a ton of potential, I'm just going to say that. I think it's going to turn out really cool and really scratch that superhero itch a lot of gamers seem to have. Okay, so before we wrap up the video, let's cover some more questions from fans about the Flash game and see if we can't answer a few of them. Since my last update video, I think we've reached a verdict that alternate skins are going to stay as alternate skins with no added functionality, and phasing can be implemented outside of combat but kept severely limited. That's all great stuff, and now we can address a couple more things that people have been asking about the Flash game. A big one that people have been asking about is time travel. Will time travel be implemented into the game, and if so, what can you expect to be using it for? Starting off, yes, I can confirm time travel will in fact be part of the game. It will be something you can utilize in specific missions and in-game activities. It unfortunately won't be something you can freely use though, while you're running through the city. Opening portals into the Speed Force to travel to different locations will most likely be the mechanic that takes its place in free roam. It carries significantly more functionality than basic time travel and can be used to access areas in-game that time travel wouldn't be able to access, like alternate Earths. Another question people have been asking is what other characters, if any, can we expect to see in the game that aren't from the CW series? Well, as we've seen in previous videos, any DC character has the potential for showing up in the game. The idea is that my brother and I will take other DC characters and reimagine them to be more in line with the rules of the CW shows. This will help fill out the game with recognizable characters, all of which will hopefully fit seamlessly into the game and give the player more opportunities to interact with in-game characters for side missions and quests. Will you see any characters that aren't DC properties? Unfortunately not. While DC and Marvel have had crossovers in the comics, it unfortunately won't be happening in this game. The same goes for any other characters as well. My brother and I are keeping it entirely centered around DC characters. Lastly, will Gamer be adding the iconic gold boots as seen in The Flash Season 8? Man oh man, if that hasn't been the single most requested costume to include for the game. The suit, the one with the iconic gold boots as seen in The Flash Season 8, has been brought up more times in my DMs, comment section, Discord server than any other suit ever. I think it's been requested more often than civilian clothes Barry Allen, which is saying a lot. So to finally put the issue to rest, I am confirming that the Flash will have his suit with the iconic gold boots as seen in The Flash Season 8. It's confirmed, people can stop asking, you're getting it. I also was repeating it as a joke, but I bet the comment section is going to be flooded with iconic gold boots as seen in Flash Season 8 comments by now. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. There is a ton to look forward to with the closed build testing for the Flash game and the upcoming superhero project being developed as a full game. I hope you guys are excited. I know I am, if for no other reason than for the iconic gold boots as seen in The Flash Season 8. Seriously though, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to check out my previous videos and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you can, consider joining Patreon to help support the channel. You'll be included in the closed build testing for the Flash game, and you could even become an NPC for the game. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one.